definitely a buyer's market. There's no doubt about that. We've been buying quite well over the last month or so, month to 2 months. We've had 3 interest rate rises. We've had funny petrol pump prices, a war in the Middle East, budget which has come out with some policy settings that won't be overly, well, perceived to be not overly favourable to property investors. So overall, sentiment is negative, unfavourable towards property. On top of that, around Easter and Anzac Day, you had a whole bunch of sales agents deliberately held back all their listings till after the holidays, and then they all released it at once, thinking that everyone will be back, the market will be back, and that stock that all got released at once, a lot of it didn't get absorbed. A lot of it didn't sell, and off the back of all the other negative news, we saw really low auction clearance rates. That's continuing to persist, the low auction clearance rates, and that's just one more negative piece of news. So we're kind of in this negative feedback loop. Now, the last time we saw the market get the wobbles like this was back in 2022, going into 2023, when the Fed Reserve started ratcheting up interest rates. And what was interesting back then was there was this big lull. There was a lot of negative sentiment. Prices got the wobbles. And then Sydney being Sydney, sellers just decided not to sell anymore. There's not really much distress around in Sydney. We're not highly leveraged across our properties, and less stock came on. And that lack of listings, that lack of quality listings, that propped up prices. And we just saw prices over the next few years go higher despite rising interest rates, which was just so strange. But there's a potential for that to happen as well. So perhaps what we're experiencing right now, this little buyer's market, is a golden opportunity. We're certainly treating it like that. We are out there, we're being fairly bullish with we're certainly seeing this as a good time to buy. And we're suggesting that if you are considering, maybe the next month or two might be a good window of opportunity to take advantage of the sellers that have already committed to the process and before stock gets scarce again. So yeah, get on out there.